Hello folks, welcome back. Another episode of Tom Outdoors. Today we're on Brilliant, my yacht. We're heading over multiple vlogs. I'm not going to do this in one shot. We're going to head down to London and St Catherine's Dock. So we're just leaving the Fox's Marina where the boat lives most of the time, heading down the Orwell. We're going to head offshore. We're going to head south and aim for the River Crouch today. We're going to find a nice anchorage there at night time, spend a few hours there resting and recuperating, and then tomorrow we're going to head down to the Medway. We'll do a bit of a vlog down the Medway and then up the River Thames into central London with all the chaos, the traffic and everything else that goes with it. So I'm joined on this epic voyage with my man Juan. Here he is. We're going to drop him off James Bond style in central London. I figured what better way of getting him back to the airport and back to Florida than dropping him off by boat. So that's the aim. Hopefully it happens, otherwise he misses his flight or we're at the bottom of the ocean somewhere. And in the meantime, join us on this epic voyage of discovery as we head offshore, hopefully don't crash the boat, and head to the River Crouch. We're just approaching Pin Mill. About a year ago I did a bit of a vlog up and down this river, so I will stick a link up above my head for anyone who wants to know a bit more detail about the River Orwell. Yeah, super famous river, and it's not changed much in the centuries that boats have been up and down here, largely because the landowners still own the land, and so we don't get loads of houses built and things, which is nice. But yeah, this is Pin Mill, and that is made famous in Arthur Ransom's Swallows and Amazons, I believe it is. And so if anyone's familiar with that, this is famous Pin Mill. But there's a boatyard here, there's a very famous old pub that's been around since the 1700s that's still serving food. So you can pull up here, get a mooring buoy for the night, and dinghy ashore, should you want to, and yeah, go and spend some time in Pin Mill. And there's some lovely walks around the forest. There's a whole bunch of houses. Shout out to East Anglian Bushcraft, who was the first video I saw where he stayed in one of the crazy decrepit old disused boats over here. So there's all sorts going on. Well worth checking out if you're ever in the area. Right, we're nearly out at sea. Thought I'd give you a quick sit rep. I should turn around this way because it's far more interesting. So behind me is Felixstowe Docks, which is a mile long and one of the largest container ports in Europe, and obviously therefore the UK. So it's pretty huge, and there's a couple of big ships in getting filled up. And then over this side is Shotley Marina. To get in you have to go through a lock on the side. Nice little marina when you're inside though, and good company to be had up there. And obviously it's a glorious day, so if you fancied a beverage, that would be a good place to stop. As I get round the corner, behind me over here is Harwich. And there's Halfpenny Pier. You can stop there, you can get off, you can go for an explore around Harwich, go for a dip in the sea if you want to get cold. But yeah, so this is like the last port of call before we head out to sea. So in a second, when we get to deeper water, we'll head out offshore, a couple of miles offshore, and then head down the Wallet, it's called, down towards River Crouch. Hello folks, I figured I would give you a sit rep as we're making slow but steady progress down the Wallet, it's called. It's a little swimway that goes down the east coast of the UK. We could see off in the distance there, we've just gone past Walton-on-the-Naze, and now we've got Great Holland and its radar tower off there on the horizon, and then if I swing round, I don't know if you can see it through the mist, but there's a number of wind farms off the east coast, and so this is the first one we're about to go and hit. Hopefully not actually hit it, that would be bad, but this is the first one we're going to go past, and then there's a few more, and then we're going to cross a sandbank further down to then get up the River Crouch. So there we go. Boat's behaving itself. It would just be nice if there was a fraction more wind, but you know, doing its thing. Bit of wing on wing action. I don't have a kite or a big downwind sail, so I'm just trying to make the best use of what I've got. And we're doing sort of 4 knots. Cruising along. I mean, it feels like we're going nowhere, but we are sort of getting washed down with the tide as well, which is quite nice. I think the wind will disappear in a little bit, and then we'll stick the motor on and motor up the River Crouch into the Roach. So folks, we fast forwarded a couple of hours. If you've been watching the hyperlapse, you may have seen me and Warren going completely nuts, swatting flies, because for whatever reason, it is absolutely fly central out here today. They're all over the place, yet we're on a boat in the sea, so I don't exactly know where they've come from. Anyway, that aside, we're cruising. It's a lovely sunset, but we're cruising up the, spin you around this way, we're cruising up the Crouch. So we're just entering, well I say we're just entering, we've been coming down the channel for the last 2 hours. The narrow entrance to the Crouch, and so we're now just reaching landfall. So we go up here, not too much further, and then we turn down onto the River Roach, where as soon as we turn onto Roach, we're going to find an anchorage, and you can watch us faffing around with an anchor. So we'll be back shortly. Right then, we've made it up the River Roach. There's a few other boats here, but it's pretty idyllic. We're anchored up. There's a bit of a wetland area over here. I'll give you the guided tour. Over here are the other boats. It's basically a big long anchorage all the way down there. You can get out the other end. We will not. Tomorrow we'll go back up where we came and back out to sea, up to the Medway. But in terms of serenity and peace and quiet, there are few better places than an anchorage like this. 8 o'clock in the evening, this is where we get to spend the night. So for now, that's it for today. It's time for map time. There we go. Okay, map time. So today we left Fox's Marina, which is up here at the top of the River Orwell. We motored all the way down through Felixstowe, and then we put the sails up right here, and then instantly regretted that decision because the wind died off. But we stuck at it because we knew the tide was going to be with us, and the wind came back a little bit, and so we edged our way around Walton on the Naze, down past Frinton on Sea, Clacton, and then we made our way across here to the Wallet Spitway, which is a little crossing that we can use to cross the sandbank. If you wanted to go to Brightlingsea or anywhere up there, you could just turn up here to Brightlingsea, but we wanted to come down and then past Buxey Sand, so we crossed the Wallet Spitway, then up the swim to Swallowtail, and then followed this channel. And then we'll swap maps, and then this one awkwardly is sideways. So we came down this channel at Buxy Sand, made our way down. There's a few cardinal markers and stuff you've got to be careful of if the tide is out. With the tide in, didn't seem to make much difference. We came down past it in a crouch, and then we got to the River Roach, and we turned in, and basically this entire river is an anchorage, and so we are anchored right about here. And that is the end of day 1 on the epic voyage down to central London. Thank you for watching. As ever, if you enjoy the videos, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.